Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Surprise Thursday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan Trunks, the boy from the future. Let's get into it! Let's begin with a look at the packaging. And here on the top, not really a lot to speak of. Little sliver of a window to let some light in from the top. Bit of a black and white, I guess, product shot. And it goes around from the top down to the front. And there's a couple of other ones. And then there's a full color product shot there. Nice big window showcasing the figure and some of his accessories. S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan Trunks, the boy from the future, and again some Japanese text, designed by Tamashii Nations in Japan, Bandai Spirits, made in Vietnam. The toy animation sticker, Dragon Ball Z, Tamashii Nations, Bandai. And then we have the holographic chrome Tamashii Nations quality sticker, ages 15 and up. Warning: don't stick things in your butthole that do not belong there. And product may differ from photo. And on this side, bit of a window, Super Saiyan Trunks, the boy from the future, Japanese text, S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan Trunks, and all that again, and then some Japanese. On this side, the black and white are not really color photos, product shots. S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan Trunks, boy from the future, in Japanese there also. Super Saiyan Trunks, the boy from the future, some Japanese text, some other Japanese text, full array interchangeable hand and face parts allows for expressive portrayal of the anime. S.H.Figuarts, simple style and heroic action, Japanese text. S.H.Figuarts is standard action figure series that uses the art style and technology of Tamashii Nations to pursue character expression through humanoid action. Super modeling, masterfully crafted sculpt accurately depicts the character form in meticulous detail. And then there's some product shots in color. Super action, dynamic articulation enables recreation of iconic action sequences from the anime. Warning: don't stick things in your pie hole for ages 15 up. Some other cautions: Bandai Namco. Some Japanese writing, assortment number maybe, barcode, Bandai Spirits, and some other numbers. That, my friends, does it for a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And here we have handy dandy tweezers. Let's start with the accessories, and we'll start with the hands. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra sets of hands. And here's the first matching set. The stop or karate chop hand maybe. But I'm sure it's some kind of power-up hand. And there's a left one and a right one. They're both the same. Nice molded details. And all molded in color. And that holds true for each set of hands. Here we have the Addams Family Thing hand. Or set of hands. Because do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. And then, of course, you know, all the hands have the standard S.H.Figuarts Dragon Ball ports in them. And here we have a like traditional C grip. Where's this the closed one? I can't tell. Because there's two set of closed hands. One is like sealed up closed. This one might be too. Yeah. It's just not quite as much as the other set. But this is one of his sword wielding hands. Sets of hands. And it's connected just right there to forefinger and the thumb. And then here's the next set of grip hands. And they're closed up just a tad bit more than the other set. And there is the splayed open hand set of hands. Alright, that does it for the hands. Now let's take a look at the extra faces. And if I can get a hold of it, let's see. Here's the I'm kind of angry. Here's the I'm getting angry and giving a little bit of side eye. And these all have very nice paint apps on them and lots of molded detail. And here's the get off my lawn screaming head. Face, rather. And then he also comes with an alternate front of his hair. So that one's kind of cool. Then we have his alternate not Super Saiyan head. And again, it's nice molded details, nice paint apps. And those lines really give it that kind of the animated look. And even though he didn't come with any alternate face plates for this head, that hairpiece does come out and this face does come off. And even though these others probably will fit, and they do, they just don't look right because of the Saiyan eyebrows. And possibly the eyes as well. And the little bits of sideburn. So although those heads can fit, they don't actually match up with this head. So he gets this one expression for not Super Saiyan. But maybe a third party, or maybe a future issue of Trunks will come with some not Super Saiyan faces. Now that leaves us with the sheath for his sword. Got that nice silver paint app on the bottom of it, and silver paint apps for the buttons and then around the top as well. And then these bands are also painted. And you notice it has two ports in it. Well, those are for the strap that holds it on. And this only goes a specific way. Like, You can't tab this one in that port because the peg is too small, the port is too big. But it fits in that one perfectly, and same for the top. It's sized just right to fit that top port. And then let's take a look at the sword. It's got nice silver paint apps on it, or a nice silver paint app. Well, the pommel as well. And if you're wondering how he gets the sword in those closed hands, the pommel does remove so that you can slide the sword in the hand or hands and then replace the pommel. And the sword does fit right into the sheath, and it stays in there. It's loose in there a little bit until you get right up here to this part, and that just friction holds it in place. Now let's take a look at Trunks. And he's got angry teenager face going on there. Nice paint apps for the hair. It's probably molded in this color, and then this kind of highlight down the middle, and that's really it. And then the face has, like the other faces, you know, it's got, you know, the nice paint apps, the nice paint for the eyes and the lines. It's just really striking looking, I think. Now here's a drawback to this figure. I overall like it, and you know, we'll go over stuff, but the one thing I don't like is this jacket, and I understand why it's the way it is. It's really odd looking, the way that they did it here in the back with these two flaps, and then this piece here is glued down. But I'm glad it gives it, you know, some freedom of movement. And then it's like the collar and these side pieces are all one piece together in the front side of the jacket. It's just, it's missing this back part. And again, I understand why it's like that. I just think it would have probably looked better had this flap been on the top. And I'm pretty sure that is not the way that it's meant to be. It's meant to be like it is here. And, you know, I guess it is what it is. Nice Tampo capsule cord right there. Nice paint apps here on the belt. And then on the shoes. And that's pretty much it. Maybe this part right here is paint. So overall, I have to say, it's a pretty cool looking figure. As far as articulation goes, he can look up that far. He can look down that far. He's got a little bit of chicken neck in there, not a whole lot. He's got some tilt going on. It's mostly in the neck though. There's a little bit at the head. There it goes. At the shoulder, it's, I don't know if you can really see in there. There's a ball and socket going on here, and the socket part will move back that far, and it will move forward that far. But I think there's a hinge. Yeah, there's a hinge. You can't really see it. There you go. Hopefully you saw it. So there's a hinge there, and it goes forward that far. 360-degree rotation. He can raise the arm up at the shoulder way past 90, and then it's got, because of that ball in there and the arm pops off, it's not broken. It just sometimes does that, and that's a separate piece. And then so right there where that came apart, there is a cut, 360-degree rotation. Double hinged pinless elbow gives you that much bend, and then there's a ball joint, ball hinge, I guess, at the wrist, and it's set to in and out, but you can move it around so that now it's up and down, and then it does have 360 degrees of rotation. Did I say he can do the full exorcist? I think I missed that, but there it goes. He can do the full exorcist, just in case I missed it. There's a cut here where the chest and the abdomen meet, and there's a bit of a hinge in there. I think I can't see it, so, but anyway, he can bend back that far and forward that far, and some of that is in concert with the ball joint at the waist, so forward that far with both of those, back that far with both of those. He's got hula, he can turn left and right, and at the waist he does a 360 degrees, and it looks like at that abdomen piece will spin around as well when you don't want it to. So there's that. At the hips, if you turn his legs in, he can give you the full splits, so that's cool. No pull down hinge, or at least if it is, it does pull down just slightly, but I don't think that's intentional. He can kick forward that far, he can kick back that far, and then right here is a joint, and it gives you a little bit of rotation, not 360 degrees worth though. At the knees, double hinged pinless knees gives you that much bend. And then at the ankles, it's also like the wrist on that ball joint. It'll tilt down that far, up that far, and then it does have a pin for rocker, and he has toe tilt up that far and down flat pretty much. Now as far as putting the sword on him, untab the bottom, at least I would say the bottom. Is that the right? No, it goes this way, I think. I don't remember. It's been quite a while since I've watched Dragon Ball, so I could be doing this backwards, but the way the strap is, it looks like this is the way that it goes, and now it's not gonna port in like it's supposed to, and there I go bumping the camera. Alright, it did take a slight bit of doing, but I did get it. And then as far as changing the face plates, it's the same as when I changed it on the alternate head. And then let's see, the sword wielding hands. Now, this is the first time I'm doing this, so bear with me. Take the pommel off and basically just slide the hand on there into position where you want it, or both hands even, and then put the pommel back on, and then I would do it this way first and then attach the hands and then do your posing. And put the sword back in there. That, my friends, is a look at the figure and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have a bunch of S.H.Figuarts figures, starting with Super Saiyan Trunks, a boy from the future, Super Saiyan Vegeta, Super Saiyan Blood Awakening, Super Saiyan Full Power Son Goku, and Cell First Form. Here we have the S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan Trunks, a boy from the future, with several Dragon Stars series figures. We have Future Trunks and Fusion Zamasu from the Trunks vs. Fusion Zamasu 2-pack. Super Saiyan Vegito and Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the S.H.Figuarts Trunks, the boy from the future, with, from the Marvel Legends series, making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. From the G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And for a 7-inch comparison, from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan Trunks Boy from the Future, I have to say, for the most part, I'm a fan of this figure. As far as his posability and the face swaps and the hand swaps and stuff like that go, you can't really beat the S.H.Figuarts by much. All the articulation that you would need really for a Dragon Ball figure is there. The fact that you can swap the pieces out to give him different facial expressions or different hand movements and stuff like that, it's fantastic. You know, those are the points that Figuarts really hits on. I can't really say how it compares with a Mezco or Mafex, you know, some of the other higher end figures, because I have yet to collect any of those, and I'm looking at some Mafex, however you pronounce that, to see what I might like, and something I would really like to check out, especially for the price that those figures tend to run. But again, the sculpt is all there, the articulation is all there. Now, for me, there's some minor issues with this figure, and one of them is the strap for the sword sheath. It works okay, but if you move the figure a certain way, it's going to pop out. The strap's going to pop off of the sheath. And you know, the splits in the back of the jacket, I understand why they're there, and most people aren't going to be, you know, looking at the backside of his jacket. So, you know, but it just bothers me a little bit. It just doesn't line up right, in my opinion. And then his left arm at the bicep swivel tends to come off, at least on my copy. Your copy may be perfectly fine, but as far as my copy goes, the left arm tends to pop off when articulating it at that upper bicep joint. Now, as far as the sword goes, the sword looks great, and you know, I kind of wish they had given him regular C-grip hands for the sword rather than having to pull the pommel off and slide it in the special hands and then putting the pommel back on, simply because I don't want to lose that part. And I don't want to glue it because I want to be able to make him hold the sword if I need him to do that. And so that is something to also keep in mind. But everything else on this guy, the range of motion, everything else, it's all great. it's up there with, you know, that Figuarts standard that you think of when you think of Figuarts figure. So I like this one. To me, this is really the definitive look for future Trunks. And I know they recently released the Saiyan Battle Armor version. And while that one is okay, this is the one that, when I think of Trunks from future Trunks, this is the Trunks that I think of. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just help the channel out further, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.